It's week 4 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' rocket arm quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Lions and the Hawks, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 60 yards.
Oh, it's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complimentary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Zimmerman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up in the It's incomplete.
Twice already down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Up the middle they go. Zimmerman. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Able to slither by. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Henry up the middle. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again, and what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
On 1st down, it's Zimmerman. We'll get this up to about the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, it's Zimmerman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2nd and 3. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Robinson up the middle. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll look to throw. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Cade York on now for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's good. For a Lions.
Under pressure, and down he goes. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. 2nd and long.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin in the Windy City. The Rams coming east to pay a visit to Soldier Field. And in the second quarter, it's the Bears who are out in front. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Kyler Murray, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this out past the 40.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field possession? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
And they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
To James Robinson. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
York able to send this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They begin with Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Time for another look at this Lions offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 2nd down and inches. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way of working him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Back to throw again.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw here.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
It's a gain of 7.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it'll be 1st down, Lions.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Robinson toss play left side.
Gets past 1 man. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Zimmerman. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Henry up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick here is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. On the give, here's Robinson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Lions are going to have a first.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good. For the Lions.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out now come the Seahawks. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 76 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up third down and
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Lions first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
He's got his target. It's Olave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He's back to throw.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Zimmerman on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for the Seahawks, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Thank you.